Hey guys, so we'll file this in the might as well category. I think that Jack stream was pretty good. There's a new video up on American Noble. I think the Jack stream worked out pretty well. I think this game might be one of my favorite games. I look forward to finishing it, and then maybe I can properly put it on the list. Currently, my list is as it stands in top 3. Which is a video on American Noble. That's my top 3 games. I guess currently it is that. You can check it out. What game did I say was on it? I don't want to tell you all 3 of them. Oh, well, I'll say, yeah, number 1 is Dark Souls 2. However, Dead Rising I think Dead Rising might be like a number 5 game. Now, this game has quite a lot of problems with it. But it's super good. If you like RPGs, man, this is a good fucking game. Oh, cool.
The carpet flew off toward the desert. Let's follow it, Sora.
Okay. Cool. Yes, it's Disney, and it is, but it's Disney and Final Fantasy. And I think this game is where they kind of like... They, right? Who's they, Matt? Well, they, like, the people who, well, the people in Disney and in Square who have been doing occult shit all along, they kind of gave us, like, their occult, like, just basically world map with this game, or this series. And it's a famously complex, like people said, like, oh, if you understand what happened... I recently watched a YouTube video where somebody's like, if you understand what happens in the Kingdom Hearts series, then you, like, have a PhD. It's like, it really is... It's supposed to be, like, a sort of a kid's series, but what it really is kind of like the most occult and intricate web of spiritual... It's like a Sleep Token album. It's like the entire Sleep Token discography. You check out the band Sleep Token. They've got occult shit out the yin yang. It's every fucking album is basically, and I'm not saying they're good either. Like, I think actually it's probably fairly dark. I think it's probably ultimately leading to like a hedonistic, relativistic kind of thing. But Sleep Token is very much like they've got occult messages on the nose. And I think this series is similar enough to that.
Come on!
Somebody on Substack pointed out to me, he's like, yeah, you know, like he's like, they're initiated occultists. He's like, you can tell by their sigil. Like, they have a sigil on the cover of, like, I think on the cover of Take Me Back to Eden or something. Which is an interesting album for them to have the sigil on the cover of. That's their 3rd album. Or their 3rd main one. I think they have earlier stuff, but it's like it's not the main stuff. I don't know. I have the 4 main albums. Even in Arcadia, that's the newest one. I think that might be the best one. Oh man, Even in Arcadia is quite good. You want to listen to it a few times before you, like, get it, or before it sinks in. Like, I explained to somebody at work, at my previous job that I was basically fired from, but I explained to somebody there, I said, like, oh yeah, because somebody else there had, like, recommended Sleep Token. He's like, I think this is the best album of the year for Even in Arcadia, and I listened to it based on his recommendation, and I bought like maybe 2 or 3 of their albums, just like at the same time based on his recommendation. And at first I was unenthused because it basically sounded like, you know, generic radio shit. Damn it, we gotta give ourselves a little more time for that. And it does sound like generic radio shit. Because he was like a metal guy, and he was presenting it to me as like, oh, you know, like metal album, and there's like one, even in Arcadia, there's like, I mean, maybe a little more than that, but there's like one song basically with like, you know, kind of a metal growl or something. But in any case, So I was listening to it as like a metal album, and if you're looking for that, I mean, you may like it, but you're probably going to be disappointed. It's mainly like, it mainly comes off as like a fairly generic mainstream radio album, but with like, as I explained it to someone else, I was like, well, you know, I don't really like it, but it was like, it has oddly affecting lyrics. I was like, it sounds just like the mainstream radio bullshit, but it has oddly like affecting lyrics that seem to be related to me. And this person I was explaining that to, not the person who recommended it, she's like, oh yeah, that's kind of what I think about Sleep Token. We're barely scraping by. Buy and sell, yep, there you go. Okay. We don't need any of this. Yeah, we're fine. So where are we going? He went out to the desert. Where's here? Oh, that was there? Okay. Fine, so let's go... One of the things about this game is that it's very much, It's a little irritating and it's a little, like, confusing, like... I don't tend to like to use the word confusing. It's like, I don't know if I don't know. In any case, you'll often get to these parts in this game where it feels like you're just kind of going in circles and it's the same little loop of music. And it's sort of like irritatingly like bright colors and stuff. And I mean, it's a game. I like the game and I like the music and everything, but if you're stuck for a long time, it can get very irritating. All aboard, let's do it. Oh, there's Aladdin. So one of the things that I'd like to remember and that I do well to keep remembering is that I am okay. And, you know, I'd recommend anyone that, right? Because the fear is what'll get you, and that's what they say in Dune. Fear is the mind killer. Probably the most famous sentence from that book. And, you know, at the beginning of Dune, they have the Gom Jabbar. It's... Oh, let's listen to this.
Gorsh, not again! Genie, get rid of these guys!
Very occult messaging with the infinite wishes. Does he have 3 wishes or infinite? I don't know. Maybe, but here's the thing, like, you have infinite wishes with the law of attraction, but maybe it's 3 because you have only so much time in your lifetime. Like, time is the limit.
What are you doing out here?
Same old stuff. Hunting legendary treasure. Just paid a visit to the Cave of Wonders.
Cool, let's go.
I found that magic carpet. And this lamp. Legend has it that whoever holds the lamp can summon...
Please, kid, leave the intros to a professional. The one and only Genie of the Lamp.
Not Robin
Of
Williams.
the lamp and have your dearest wishes granted. This winner
Doesn't sound like it.
Aladdin. Congratulations.
Any wish?
Any wish?
My fine feathered friend. Any 3 wishes. Oh, 1 wish, a 2 wish, a 3 wish. Then I make like a banana and seal it. Our lucky winner made his first wish.
And let me tell you what a doozy that wish was.
So he has 2 left. So, Master, what'll you have for wish number 2?
2. Oh, yeah, you said 3. Yeah,
How
that's
about
funny.
making me a fabulously wealthy prince?
Whoa!
Oh, shit.
Money, royalty, fame. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, you asked for it. 100 servants and 100 camels loaded with gold. Just say the word and I'll deliver it in 30 minutes or less, or your meal's free. Hey, I'll even throw in a cappuccino.
No thanks.
Okay.
I think I'll put that on hold until we reach Agrabah.
Oh, why a prince?
You see, there's this girl in Agrabah named Jasmine. But she's a princess. And she could never fall for a guy like me.
Good voice acting for Aladdin.
Jasmine?
I think these are the
Oh, that's
actual
right.
Goofy,
She's in
Aladdin,
trouble,
and
Aladdin.
Donald's.
What? Well, come on, let's get going.
At least Goofy and Donald, I think it's the actual voice acting. All right. I don't think Robin Williams was it. Nor, I think there was another person as well. Oh, Danny DeVito. I don't think it was Danny DeVito as the little, the Satan guy, the goat guy in the Hercules area. I don't think it was him. But as far as Aladdin, he sounds pretty good. Okay, you know what? See, here's the thing. You can pick, like, Aladdin. You can pick these side characters, but I'd rather just stay with Donald and Goofy because that means that, what? Oh. That means that I continue to level these guys up. What, am I gonna fucking level up Aladdin and then never come back here? It'd be nice, in fact, judging by that, if they had some other way to do it.
Great outdoors.
I guess you don't get out much, huh?
Comes with a job. Phenomenal cosmic powers, itty bitty living space. It's always 3
Interest-
wishes, then back to my portable prison. I'm lucky to see the light of day every century or two.
Say, Genie, what if I use my last wish to free you from the lamp? What do you think?
Yeah, that's great.
You do that?
Genie, it's a promise. After we help Jasmine.
This was my favorite Disney movie as a kid, or even like my favorite movie, period. Aladdin, I loved it. Obviously I like The Lion King, but yeah, it was Aladdin. I remember I saw it in theaters. I was mystified. And like that's fair. That's legitimately touching. Him saying like, "I'll use my last wish to free you." Nowadays, if a movie came out, like I don't think anything would be that touching. I don't think they have like good messages anymore. Like that was a pretty good message, and it came from Disney. You know, Disney's not saying Disney's good, but okay. Oh, here we go. Can we do a triad here or something? Trinity. Oh, good. A triad. Physiology, focus, and language. Now, here's the thing. What does focus mean? Well, really, what does language mean? So I was reading Unlimited Power, and I was like, you know what? I think I get the triad more. He doesn't... In none of his books, I think, does Tony Robbins mention the triad by name. But it's a big thing he talks about not in his books. But in Unlimited Power, I think it helped me discern what he meant exactly by the triad. So it's... Oh, shit. What is that? What? Oh, shit. We can do that. Okay. Here's the triad. Physiology, that's this. You know? Focus. Physiology, focus, and language. Now, here's the thing. Physiology is, you know, physical stuff, whatever. Tension, like, specifically a lot of tension in the body as well, whatever. Focus, now it's like, well, what does focus mean, right? Because, well, so focus apparently is like images, like basically what, the thing you're focusing on. It's like internally, because he says it's, in Unlimited Power, it's more of a duality. He says it's physical and then it's internal. It's external and internal. You know, physical, you could say, well, what about, you know, sensations inside the body? Would that be internal or external? It's like, well, exactly. But, so physiology, but then focus is the what. So it's like, I'm thinking about this. Like the topic, kind of. But he refers to it as images. So it's like, if you're thinking about a person, it doesn't have to be a visual image, but like the five senses kind of stuff. Mental five senses, though. Although then it's like, what, mental five senses with feeling? Wouldn't that go back to physiology? Yeah, see, it's... when you ask a lot of questions about it, it can get a little like, what exactly do you mean? But basically it's physical, then it's the focus, but then the language as well. And it's like, well, what does the language mean? Because I was thinking about it. I was like, well, for a while I was wondering about the focus. Then I was like, well, wait a second. What about the language? So language, he says something about meaning. And I think the best way to look at it might be physiology and then focus as in images, but then language as in meaning. So it's like, this is what you're thinking about. This is the meaning that it has, the meaning that you are basically thinking about it within the realm of, within the context of, and then this is your body. And often, like, one thing will bring up another. He talks about how if you, and NLP talks about this, like Frogs and the Princes with Bandler. He talks about how, like, if you feel like you have trouble doing visual images, like visualizing in an image way, like a visual way, then, but if you feel like you have a better idea of like visualizing, like you can imagine sounds better than you can imagine images, how about you imagine a sound and then you'd say, what would that sound look like? And then you can branch from one thing into another. And so, but often actually it's like, well, if you're sort of visualizing, often there will be sort of a feeling component, and then that might come back to like, well, that really just translates to tension in the body. So each of these things may ultimately still come back to one thing. And that one thing might be your overall state, which he talks about the triad as. Like the triad, all these three things make up your state, how you're feeling. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, look. Can we, no. Now we're gonna have the enemies come out again. Right? Oh, no, good. Now, what's over here? Is this Aladdin again? Probably not. Fuck. Oh, look, there's a treasure. We didn't open that. Let's open the treasure chest. So if you're feeling like bad, you can ask yourself, like, all right, what am I doing with my physiology? Like, what's going on physically? What am I focusing on? Like, what am I, you know, what's my mental, what's my inner focus? So you might be focusing on like a work situation, like, oh my goodness. So say, I'll give you an example. If you're thinking about like, he gives this example in Unlimited Power. You're thinking about your boss, and your boss gave you some kind of big project. And this is a pretty fucking extreme example too. But say like your boss gave you a last minute project. It's like Friday night, and on Friday your boss is like, there's this big report or project that I need you to get done by Wednesday. You might go home and you might be like, oh my god, like this fucking blows. So, but the focus is the project, or your boss giving you the project, whatever. And then the language may be, see, here's the thing, language may be just language in general, but a good, like, at least a big portion of it, a big effective portion of it would be the meaning. So it's like, okay, the what is my boss gave me this project, this big project to do very quickly. The language, you know, a big part of the feeling component or the state component of the language, how you're feeling about it might be, what does that mean to me? So it's like, oh, okay, so that means that I'm going to have a lot of stress. That means that I'm going to have to work a lot on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday leading up to it, or I might end up working over the weekend. Now, it's like, okay, well, then those can be new focuses, because then you're thinking about sort of new topics. But the meaning is like, this is what this is going to lead to, like looking at that. See, again, it sort of gets a little messy, or at least it looks like things can sort of like be so interconnected that one thing could basically become another part of the triad. But then your physiology, it's like, because Tony says the fastest way to change how you're feeling is your state. So it's like, he does this exercise in various things, but he's like, look at the ceiling, you know, wear a big goofy smile and like sort of breathe like deeply or something. And he's like, now try to feel depressed. And if you do it, he's like, try. This is in personal power too. He's like, feel depressed. Nope, come on, you got to do it. He's like, okay, no, are you still standing? Are you standing up tall? Are you looking at the ceiling? Are you smiling? It's like standing up was part of it, I guess. Whatever. I may have not have mentioned that at the beginning, but if you're acting in a certain way physically, it's difficult to actually feel bad. And so it's like, okay, and then so he says like, okay, so what? He's saying, but sort of rhetorically, he's like, okay, so you're telling me that I should, like, every time I feel depressed, I should stand up, smile, and look at the ceiling? And he's like, yes. And he's like, well, you know, maybe you don't want to do exactly that every time, but basically it's like, yeah, like, you know, like if you're feeling bad, if you do that, you're probably not going to be feeling bad anymore. Now, it may seem like a quick fix. It may even seem like suppression, or basically like suppression, pushing something away or something. But it's like, yeah, maybe. And I think that's one of the bigger criticisms you could have of Tony and what he does. It's like, it may come down to a lot of suppression. But he's like, yeah, well, you know what? He's like, I don't know if I buy that. Basically, people are just kind of like cups overfilling with like negative emotion, and you know, after they fill up to a certain amount, like I don't know, they're just going to explode or something. Like, now here's the thing. I think I do tend to actually go with that. Basically, I think there is a little bit, at least in the way he presents it, that might be like less helpful, and it might indeed be like just pushing stuff down. But at the same time, what do I say? I say you're already okay. And if you are okay, then what is the stuff that you're bottling up? Well, the stuff that you're bottling up, if you want to look at it as that, L. Ron Hubbard might say it's physical pain. I might point to, like, it's physical pain. Yeah, it's tension in the body. Like, you're still tensing somewhere. Like, you've been tensing in your foot and you didn't even fucking realize it for like 20 fucking years. Like, quite literally, you might have had a tension in your foot for 20 years, and that tension, if you went and like thought about it, or if you sort of felt into it, you might feel like something like, oh, like this is me worrying about something that I've had as a constant worry for this long. But if you let that tension go, you'll find that you were tense that whole time. And so it wasn't that you had a problem, or it wasn't that like there was something that you were carrying around in a way perhaps other than you were tensing that entire time. Okay, so where are we fucking going here?
Come on!
Oh, Goofy. Hey, Goofy leveled up. Great. Where are we? See, look, they blocked a lot of the areas now. I'm glad they did, though, because that means that, here you go, this is the meaning, right? One meaning you could take from that is like, okay, well, we can't go to these areas anymore if that's not where we're supposed to go. If that's not the next part that we're going to. And so, it's good that they blocked it, because that gives us a quick, direct route to where we'd like to go, rather than running around and wondering where to go. Alright, so what we're doing now is we're going back to fucking Aladdin's house. Yep, there you go. So Jafar's after Jasmine and this keyhole. Uh-oh, don't put those two things together. Keyhole, eh? I could swear I've heard about that somewhere before. Really? Where? Now, where was it? It's only been 200 years. Well, anyway, we've got to stop Jafar before it's too late. Okay. Yeah, let's take Jafar out. Let's save again so that we'll come back here. We don't have to do that little journey. Great. You'll see 12 hours here. Yeah, I've probably been kind of dawdling in this game, but I often dawdle. Alright, what do we got here? Come on. Megaliths, oh yeah. So, did we go the wrong way here? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna ignore these random battles because I guess we really can't. Not necessarily ignore, but let's just... Fuck. You know what? Fine, let's do it. I like that they have different battle music for the different areas. That makes a lot of Final Fantasy games, which is this is in the lineage of, they have one battle theme, and the battle theme's usually really good. But rarely, I think, do they have a battle theme for every different area. Oh, what do we do? Okay, yeah, we're going back to the house, so I guess we have to go the other way to get where we're supposed to go, quote unquote. Plaza, alright. Is this, no, is the plaza the main place? Are we going, okay. Man, wait a second. So where are we supposed to fucking go? Is that place open or not? I think that's blocked off. See, this is what I'm talking about with the kind of frustration of Kingdom Hearts. It's like, it can be very irritating because that music's fun. I like the music, but the music is very recurring. And especially if you're wondering where to go, the music kind of puts you in tension, or it's sort of a tense thing. Similar to the moaning of zombies in Dead Rising and the ringing phone and stuff. And so you're like, I don't know where to go. And then these fucking battles come up, and the battles kind of, they stop you from being able to interact with certain items. So it's like, oh god, you know, I might have to beat the battle to do something. But then you go to this area and it's like, well, is this a useless battle? Like, basically, is beating this battle not helping me get where I want to go? It may give me experience to beat the battle, but I don't know. Am I going down here? Main Street. What's here? Main Street. All right, here. Shit. Very irritating. Okay, so let's cross everything off the list. So we're crossing it off. So Main Street. This is how we got here from before. Ah, here we go. How about this? Yep. Tell me this is where we want to go. Bazaar. Wait, Bazaar? Maybe not.
Come on!
Okay. Now where is this? What about up there? Oh, there's a keyhole up there. Let's go see if we can do anything with that. Shit! Damn it! That's what we needed to do. Okay. Oh, well, that's not too bad. Damn it. Okay, let's take these guys out. Go try the keyhole. If that doesn't work, the bazaar is now somewhere that we're not gonna go. Never, well, I mean, whatever. Never say never again, James Bond. But if you have a supportive, encouraging environment, I'd recommend not to, I'd recommend to, well, here's the thing, then that puts you in a negative frame because then you're like, oh shit, well now it's a problem because if I have a supportive, encouraging environment, then now if I don't act a certain way, it's actually me failing, right? But let's just say a supportive, encouraging environment might be a bigger advantage than you think it is. If you have an unsupportive, discouraging, sort of negative and like kind of hateful environment, that's a fucking trap. And Tony talks about it in Unlimited Power. I mentioned this in a recent stream, but he said yeah, he's talking about like, I think he's talking about anchors or later in the book. He's like one of the biggest keys to success is basically, you know, getting to the point where like the negative anchors aren't working in your life anymore or something. He's basically like having your home environment or like your main environment not be full of negative anchors, because if it's full of negative anchors, that might fuck you up. He actually suggests to make a chart of like your negative anchors, and like right now I'd say probably the biggest problem in my life, and it's been this way for a long time actually, is indeed basically being in an environment, and I mean everywhere I go, being in an environment where it's just nothing but negative anchors. I go outside and you got the people parking in the lawn, like all these new houses. Basically, all these houses, either supernaturally, it's either synchromystical because it seems improbable. It's either synchromystical or it's a coordinated harassment campaign. All these houses suddenly following some uniform thing that they weren't doing before after I start talking about it. That could be seen as a negative anchor. Or like all these other negative anchors that come up from like gang stalking, where apparently the government pays people to come after you. And so somebody's like, basically people are following you around. You see some of the same people, or like you see one person in a certain part of a grocery store, and then it looks like they're basically hurrying up to fucking get right next to you in the fucking checkout line. They do these little like ostentatious coughs and shit to like, here I am, you know, whatever. These are negative anchors, or at least these are things that could seem to have them. Right? Negative emotional reactions that you feel based on things happening, or like associated with certain things. Then at home, negative anchors. Not really any. I probably have more positive anchors than I think of, but a lot of negative anchors. And so when you go home, you hope to recharge. When you go home, you hope to have a home base that you can then go out and do well from. But if you go home and it's actually sapping your energy, or at least it seems to like you're getting into a bad state based on like, oh, this recurring thing that puts me in a bad state. It's like basically everywhere you go, it's constantly shit where you're like being beaten down, basically. I don't want to put it as it's beating you down, because if you put it that way, you give the power to it. But basically you want to sort of collapse your negative anchors. And I've got nothing but fucking negative anchors right now. Okay, we got this? Yeah! Yes! And, okay, so where was that? So something just opened up, and it had a yellow awning. Yellow awning. Thank goodness I paid as much attention to that as I fucking did. Okay, yellow awning. Well, we'll look for that. And so basically, like... But then beyond that, like, it is sort of a like, what do you think about something? But it's like, I said towards the end of the Dead Rising stuff, where's the, oh, maybe up here? I said towards the end of that, I was like, you know, it seems like I'm surrounded by like something along the lines of like a group of, a judgeship of incompetence or something like that, basically, where it's like, yeah, I think that's it. It's like the people around you, they're actually judging you on negative standards. They're not judging you on standards of like, okay, they're gonna hold something against, hold on, shit, nope, fuck, okay, they're gonna hold something against you when you're doing wrong, or like when you're not doing as well as you could be, they're gonna judge you, or when you're not treating people as well as you could be, they're gonna judge you. A big problem in my life has been that basically for a long time, and this is like the government stuff, but it's way more than that. For a long time, it's basically like the people around me have seemingly been judging me and giving me like approval for bad things, or at least relatively little approval, period. But they've been giving me disapproval for good things. So if you're honest, they disapprove of you. If you put in like a lot of effort and energy and dedication into something, they disapprove of you. And it's like if you're surrounded by people like that, and that's called growing up in the hood. That's called being in America today. But if you're surrounded by a judgeship of incompetence or a judgeship of, you know, bad people, then you got negative people around you, or whether they're negative or not, you have people around you who are giving you disapproval, who are giving you little Harrison Bergeron every time you do something good. And the better you do, it's the more it's like an alarm on an alarm light flashing on the wall that flashes red when you're doing well. And it's like you want to get away from those people. Because otherwise, even if you know you're doing good, it's still like they're basically like giving you little fucking jolts, giving you little like Stanley Milgram shock things when you're doing well. And so you may be fully conscious and aware that, no, I am on the right direction, but until you get away from those people, you're going to have this fucking set of things that are trying to give you negative anchors and pull you down when you're doing well and going in a positive direction. And I think that just makes it so much more difficult to do that. To go in a positive direction. And And like that, so I think that goes along with what Tony says about like, you know, basically a main thing of success is like not having a bunch of negative anchors around, or making sure like your environment is full of positive anchors, not negative anchors, or collapsing your negative anchors. Because if you have a judgeship of like people basically like jolting you and giving you bad results for bad returns for what you're doing right, then it's just like basically you're living in a fucking inverted world, and you're living in a world where you can't trust where the signals around you, it's sort of like you don't want to trust them because they are giving you inverted signals. And if you can't basically if you're getting in fucking inverted signals, then it's going to be much more difficult to find the good signals and to find like, okay, well, I'm doing well and I have a sense that I'm doing well, but where in the world am I also getting signals like, yes indeed, like you're walking through a dark night and yes, okay, here's the light, like yes, I'm going in the right direction, here's a light. It's like it's as if there are a bunch of lights going in the wrong direction, and if you follow them, you're actually going to go to peril. Whereas if you go into darker and darker and darker, it's going to look darker, but it's actually the environment giving you scary signals in the direction of the good.